You are alive with the Dr. Chapa Wellness Show. Good morning, good day. Hello, how are you? I'm so excited that you're tuning in. Why? Because we are going to be talking about some stuff tonight that will radically shift your health and wellness. And frankly, this is where my whole health journey began. And I'm excited to teach you how to live better, be better, and stay better one bite at a time. But I first wanted to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this message with your friends, family, and loved ones. It means the world to me to get this message to those people looking for an alternative to people have no idea that their body can heal. People are so confused on why their body is aging faster than it should be. People are wanting answers, but they can't find answers, and I'm here to give you great tools, resources, tips, tricks on how to live your best, be your best, stay your best every day, all day long. Hey, if you're going to live on this planet, you might as well be fully functional in spirit, mind, and body. Somebody drops me some fire in the chat for that one, because the reality is that if you got symptom patterns you weren't genetically born with, it is no fun to live with headaches, migraines, high blood pressure, worry of anxiety, doubt, unbelief, or any type of disease process that has been diagnosed in your body today, right? So unfortunately, people are suffering needlessly, and the answer is in their food cupboard, their pantry, their plate. It's in their car. It's at their neighbor's desk at the office. It's everywhere. It's infiltrated into everywhere. And yes, its name is sugar. So guys, please share this message with your friends, family, loved ones. We are coming to you live every Monday night, teaching you how to live your best, be your best, stay your best. And I get excited about the possibilities because I've seen everything from psychiatric disorders reverse. I've seen everything from food sensitivities go away. I've seen everything from stress management balance out. Even in my own life, I've seen this as a key player in how my life journey began on this career. When I was 15 years old, I was 55 pounds overweight. The answer came to me through somebody making fun of me, which is sad. However, I had a choice to make. It's your life, your health, your choice. That's where that idea came from. I had a choice to make. I could just say, oh, well, give me another donut. Or I could say, you know what? What can I do to change my shape, change my trajectory, change my mindset towards how people saw me coming down a hallway? Yes, 15 years old, hormonal, I'm sure. And then yet hormonal girls said something ugly, ornery, and unnecessary. But guess what? It forever changed me. And I have now since gone out and helped thousands and 10,000s of people to be better people, to live better and take the bull by the horns when it comes to their health. So this is a serious matter to me. I saw my dad die of a heart attack because he couldn't get this sugar game right. I've seen people suffer needlessly. And over the years, I've also seen people successfully get off of the number one drug called sugar. So if you are consuming sugar today, Duffy in his book, The Sugar Blues, right here, this is a great book if you just want a good book on how to live better, be better, and stay better. There's all kinds of stuff in here. But right here on the spine of the book, he basically frames the book as sugar is a drug. Okay, so sugar is a drug. Do you realize that if you're consuming, it's a prime ingredient in countless substances that we eat and drink, from cereal to soup, from cola to coffee, and many unexpected places as well. That's the scary part. It's everywhere. You go, oh, I don't eat sugar. Well, yes, you do. Consumed at the rate of over 150 pounds per person per year. This isn't a stat that I'm just randomly, willy-nilly throwing out. It's on the back of the book. It is as addictive as any narcotic, heroin, poisonous, and responsible for numerous health issues such as depression, fatigue, diabetes, obesity, heart disease, and more. Guys, the answer you've got to wake up to is sugar is a drug, and it causes your body to be on the rapid acceleration of disease and process. And so tonight we're going to dig in, dive in, and we're going to learn some stuff. So if you're tired of living with health symptoms that you were not genetically born with, give me a thumbs up and say, get going, get started. Let's rock and roll America. Let's make this go. And let's change the lives of those around us day in and day out. Guys, I am excited to be on your wellness team. Thank you for listening to us and letting us teach you, coach you, and develop you in the realm of how to be better. So Sugar Rush, Sugar Crush. There's a great documentary if you haven't seen it. I did not write it. I wish I would have, but it is the best musical and it is the best graphical and educational documentary on sugar. It's called That Sugar Film. It will literally paint a picture better than I'll ever be able to, but this is my best version. The Hidden Energy Thief. Why you feel wired and tired, why you feel wiped out, why you feel like you're on the roller coaster rushing towards the edge of a cliff. cliff, the sugar crash, okay? So we are here to teach you that sugar is poison. You go, Doc, I've heard that 1,000 times, but that doesn't mean I'm getting rid of it. I used to teach this class, and in my window at the office, and when I go out to seminars or events, I'd have this thing that said, why do I love sugar? And one joker goes, because it tastes so good. Of course it does. And he was about 55, 60 pounds, 100 pounds overweight himself. So guess what? It's because it's chemically addictive, not because it tastes so good. It's chemically tasting good. It's tricking you, deceiving you, and it's setting you up for metabolic disease processes that you can stop. So if you wake up tired, if this is you, by the way, give me a thumbs up. If you wake up needing coffee to function, if you crave sweets all afternoon, if you feel sleepy after meals, if you get hangry if you miss a meal, if you come home craving, wanting to, pound in some kind of comfort food carbohydrate from a stressful day, if you feel like your fuse is too short and you're overreacting to darn near everything, I want you to just take a step back and go, this is not me and who I want to be. This is a blood sugar problem, and it is. You're not lazy, it's a blood sugar problem. You are being controlled by disease. That's what I want you to wake up to and see, okay? So what is glucose? Glucose is your body's main fuel source. Your brain needs it, loves it, but people overindulge in it. And the chemical alterations that we've done to it in our society today, that's what we call the standard American diet or the sad American diet. We have overconsumed this chemical compound called sugar. And when you eat sugar, you're going to experience things like brain fog, cravings, fatigue, and irritability. How many people wake up irritable? There's the old joke said, did you wake up angry today? And the answer is like, no, I let them sleep in. I know, dad joke. However, it's true. If you wake up angry more often than you're not, if you have more short fused bursts of emotional outrage, then your blood sugar's off. You see, when blood sugar by definition is stable, when you eat food by definition, when you consume good quality food, your energy is stable, your clarity is forward and positive. You're very stable in how you get through your day and handle emotional ups and downs. The problem isn't glucose per se, it's imbalance, and it's the type that you're consuming. One person argued with me, real smarty pants, and said, a calorie a calorie, Dr. Chapa. And basically saying that a Snickers bar's calorie is the same as, whatever consumption of a meat source, because we were talking about meat and cravings and how to bust those cravings, and how he reaches to quick energy and how I reach to stable energy. And so some foods are stable energy, and many foods out there that most people are consuming in the crap area, which is too many carbs, too many refined sugars, too many artificial ingredients, and too many processed foods, those are the crap foods that drive your blood sugar out of balance and create all kinds of problems for your body. Okay, so this is important. A calorie is not just a calorie. Yes, it is by definition, I understand. However, your body knows the difference between fake fuel and make-believe fuel and real fuel. And if you eat make-believe food, guys, frankenfoods, the best you'll ever have is make-believe health. I want you to get this so that you stop eating garbage, junk food, focus, these sweet treats that are everywhere. They're at the cafeteria that everybody loves to go to. They're on the snack bars, at the cruise ships. They are literally infused in every coffee drink. They're at every fast food chain. They're in most eyeball level height for your children to see. And they are colorful and beautiful and amazing. And they're just sexy in appearance, but terrible in function. Your body will not function well if you're consuming this stuff day in and day out. Cookies, candies, cakes, ice cream, holy shnikes, 150 pounds of sugar per person per year, and responsible for every metabolic disorder in the country. Sugar is the devil. The number one fuel source for parasites, the number one fuel source for bacteria, the number one fuel source for yeast, all of it is sugar overload, imbalances, the wrong calories that people are putting in. So if you feel alert, focused, and energized, then you must be eating real food. But you might get this temporary boost of I feel good, and then you dip and you get that quick crash. So if you feel that, that's normal how sugar affects you. But then if shortly thereafter you feel the dip, or you even feel tingly all over your body, or if you feel palpitations in your chest, that's an imbalance in how your body's managing the chemistry once the spike happens. So please understand that sugar will wreck you. After the blood sugar spike and the clarity comes, the crash follows. The blood sugar drops quickly, and then all of a sudden you're shaky, irritable, you're moody, you're exhausted, you just feel like you want to take a nap, and you still got 4 hours to go. And then you're reaching for what? Another spike in sugar. And where do we find that? You get to go to your neighbor's cubicle, because of course you're too good to have it at your cubicle. So you have it at your neighbor's cubicle, and you definitely go over there 3 times a day to get some jelly beans or Hershey's Kisses or whatever's on that desk. So you grab more sugar. The cycle repeats itself. Now you're in what we call a sugar crash loop. And that sugar crash loop starts to stress out hormones in your body. And when your hormones in your body get stressed out, it means insulin, that being the number one hormone, because guess what? It's the only hormone that regulates blood sugar down. Did you know that if insulin spikes, cortisol spikes, and adrenaline spikes, you shut off all your fat burning hormones? What? That means insulin's a fat storing hormone, and when this guy gets abused because we get too many spikes of sugar throughout the day, because you're putting in these quick bursts of fake fuel sourced energy, then your insulin has to go in this roller coaster ride, and it gets tired, fatigued, and it starts to get metabolically sick, malfunctions. Insulin is your blood sugar's regulator. But if it doesn't move the sugar into the cell, that means that the cells have become resistant. That's called insulin resistance. And now all of a sudden, your blood becomes more and more infiltrated with this high performance sugars that burn the tissues of your arteries. And now we're starting to get heart disease. We're starting to see obesity. The bodies will do what it can. It will store these sugars and toxins in fat cells. We'll see a rise in triglycerides. We'll see a fat cell rise, increase in shape 7-fold. It'll get 7 times the size of its normal identity shape that it should be. Why? Because it's trying to protect you until your body figures out where all these spikes are coming from. And insulin over time just wears out. This is a problem that we have to get under control. Right now, more than 50% of the population in the United States, and of course, growing rapidly in the entire world, we're seeing this insulin resistance crisis, and it's all because sugar is everywhere. I love this chapter in this book that says, I think I turned the page, darn it. But look, I just opened right back up to it, and it says, "In sugar we trust." In the Dark Ages, troubled souls were rarely locked up for going off their rocker. Such confinement began in the Age of Enlightenment after sugar made the transition from apothecary prescription to candy makers' confection laboratories. These great confinements of the insane, as one historian calls it, began in the late 17th century after sugar consumption in Britain had zoomed in 200 years from a pinch or 2 in a barrel of beer here and there to more than 2 million pounds per year. By that time, physicians in London had begun to observe a recorded terminal physical sign and symptom pattern from sugar. They called the sugar blues. What the heck is that? Okay, that's just right out of this guy's book. That's on page 61. And I'm telling you guys, when you get this idea and you understand that you're in control of this and you can stop this, if you have help, we are here to help you. This will blow your mind and help you move forward in a very vibrant, wonderful way. So what is insulin resistance? Insulin resistance means your body makes insulin, but your cells ignore it, okay? Insulin's a hormone. And so the more belly fat you have, the more insulin resistant you are. The more you crave, the more insulin resistance you have. The more brain fog you have, the more insulin resistant you are. The more fatigue you have, the more insulin resistant you are. You're starting to get the picture? And as you increase your risk for diabetes, type 1, type 2, or Alzheimer's, you are insulin resistant to the hilt. This is energy is present, but the cells can't access it properly. And in fact, your body is storing this energy because it doesn't know what to do with this onslaught of energy pathway being overstimulated. So why this steals your energy? Okay, when glucose cannot enter the cell efficiently, your mitochondria can't get the fuel they need to produce energy well. So you feel drained, inflamed, mentally dull, unmotivated, which is what created the yo-yo diet, where people eat 3 meals a day and they snack in between. You see, that's a great big myth too. Nowhere in societal history have we ever had so much access to so much food all at once. Are you kidding me? So guys, I want you to really grab this. If you are eating 5 times a day and you're still cranky, if you still can't lose weight, it's not the food timing, it's what you're eating too much. And we live in a society where we just flat out eat too much. We've been brainwashed to eat too much and nobody has time to eat that much, so they go to a convenience store or to a fast food joint and they give in to these sweet treats that are chemically designed for you to go back to them time and time again. all to feel drained again, inflamed again, mentally dull again, unmotivated again. It's not willpower. It's metabolic. It's a metabolic problem that you have. And so we've got to get into your world and change your world and help you live better, be better, and understand where these cravings are coming from, okay? So skipping protein at breakfast is an everyday trigger that's gonna cause you to go on the ups and downs diet. Now, I might suggest that you do an intermittent fasting. So if you're on one of my plans and you're doing intermittent fasting, that's a great plan to stay on. I want you to stay on it. However, understand that skipping protein at breakfast, if you're new to this game, is one of the worst things you can do because you're setting your day up for failure. I always say start your day right to end it right. If you put a log on the fire in the morning, it'll keep you hot metabolically all day long. A log being protein. That's chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, beef, lamb, whatever. Liquid calories in the morning. If you're waking up with just sugary lattes and juice boxes and you're not in all kinds of different juices that are ultra processed foods, Pop-Tarts, etc. All this stuff creates chronic stress in your blood sugar. It causes your metabolism to be weak. It causes your body to not get ready for the night cycle of sleep and recovery that you're going to need. Your body goes into this constant ups and downs diet, and now you're looking for fuel or you're cranky. You see, healthy smoothies can even spike your blood sugar. So sometimes people come and say, yeah, I'm eating a banana and I'm eating raspberries and that's got to be good for me, right, doc? You know, I even throw a couple pinches of spinach in there. No, you need to eat 2 vegetables to 1 fruit if you're going to be on that train. And you need to minimize the fructose burden spike from fruit people are over consuming. So this is another area where we could really recognize, hey, just inventory what you're eating. And when you inventory what you're eating, you can't expect what you don't inspect. So inspect your diet and you'll be blown away. Most people see that they know exactly what the problem is. They're eating out to eat 4 days a week. They're eating garbage sugar candies for miscellaneous reasons, because they're craving, because they're hungry, they've had a long day. I treat sugar just like I would treat alcohol. Never back-to-back days. Never eat it because you're stressed out. And give your body protein first, hot teas first, before you give in and reset, recycle your body in 5 minutes, 10 minutes time will reset itself. It's a beautiful deal. So you crash at 2 to 4 p.m. You wake up at 3 a.m. This is a classic indication that your adrenal glands have been abused by sugar ups and downs diets. If you crave carbs after dinner, if you can't get through your day without carbohydrates, if you can't live under 60 grams of carbs in a day, 30 grams of carbs in a day, then you're on an unstable blood sugar diet. So you've got to get your blood sugar managed and stable. And if you're craving, we can help you. We can challenge your system and retrain it to do this. But it's just like a muscle, man. You got to show up. You've got to be on the Dr. Chapa Wellness Show. You've got to be in my office. You've got to be in our community online, Living Well Blueprint. You cannot go long without eating sugar. Then you are addicted like a crack addict, like a heroin addict. These are clues, not character flaws. So there's no judgment in what I'm saying. This is helping you see that your body is communicating, maydaying for help, SOS. You know, Houston, we have a problem. Help us, we want help. This is all good. There are clues that your body is in jeopardy. So if you just want to start a good plan, start by eating protein within 60 minutes of waking up. That will start your metabolism off to a good start. It'll put a metabolic fire in your cap so that you can get through your morning into lunch. Pair carbs with protein, but not until later in the day. Healthy fats and protein first is your mission, and minimal carbs, but the carbs would come from vegetables if you're going to consume veggies. So this would be asparagus, Brussels sprouts. This could be, if you're going to do a potato, which would be starchy, I'd push it to later in the day, but half a sweet potato, right? You're not going to sit there and gobble up an entire bushel of sweet potato fries that have been dipped in honey, and then you're going to dip a little bit of Parmesan and then dip a little bit of barbecue sauce on top of that. I mean, this is what people do. I sat with this one guy at lunch one time, and he literally drowned his brisket potato, with cheese, onions, of course, some bacon, which is fine, but then he drowned it in barbecue sauce. I didn't even see the potato. It was crazy. I'm like, that's a truckload of sugar. And he didn't even see it. The sugar from the potato itself was approximately a half a cup of sugar. And then he doused another half a cup of sugar in sauce. Who knows what other preservatives they put on, like the fake butter they were using to make the potato even tastier. Chemically driven for you to love it so much that you go back and do it again tomorrow, the next day, or at least 3 times a week, right? Because brisket and potatoes, who says that's a bad gig? Except that when the plate is bigger than your head, That's a problem. Overconsumption. And then you're dousing with all that sugar. That's a problem. And probably they put sugary spices all over their brisket. Of course they did, because they want you to love it. They want you to come back for it. It's like you're a crack addict, fiending for it. And I'm not making light of it. This is serious business, folks. Serious. So start simple and look at, hey, lift weights every day, exercise. If the dude don't move, you can regulate your blood sugar and get the dude moving and grooving. If the dude don't move, the dude don't groove. Prioritize sleep. You start your day right to end it right. So if you start your day with sugar, you're probably not sleeping great. If you start your day with healthy proteins, no sugar, you're stabilizing your blood sugar throughout the day, you're training it throughout the day, it'll be more ready to come in for a nice, clean landing. Because what happens is when you start your day with the sugary diets and the juice boxes and the junk foods and the processed breakfast foods that everybody's getting into, you go on this yo-yo run. And then all day long, you're yo-yoing it, controlling yourself with sugar insults, and that's what's creating you to miss your sleep runway at nighttime, and you do not go into a deep sleep, and you can't even fall asleep, many of us. And so America is a sleep apnea problem. They are a sugar addicted problem. They have all kinds of metabolic problems, and they're all inside those three conversations: sleep, sugar, and symptoms that people have through inflammation. So if we prioritize sleep, and if we get rid of liquid sugar out of your diet, if we just do these things on this list, you will in 30 days have seen an improvement. Small daily wins, I call them micro wins, leads to big wins. And inch by inch, it's a cinch. One click to the right off the old path onto a new path will change you. So to get excited, because this should be fired up for you. The biggest, most important thing to understand is that when your blood sugar's off, your hormones are off, your mood is off, your weight's going to be high, your brain clarity is going to be low, your longevity is going to be short. You're going to miss great opportunities to live better, be better, stay better day in and day out. So when blood sugar is stable, however, all these things reverse and come into balance. Your mood is more healthy and vibrant. People like to be around you. Your weight's stable. You're more confident and excited. You feel good just to sit and hang out with your friends, family, and loved ones. Your cycle is balanced out. We don't have menopausal or midlife crises or andropause, menopause, midlife crises any longer. And we're setting ourselves up for a healthy tomorrow. It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow at the end of each and every day, right? But if you don't look to tomorrow as a great next day, then that's because your body's inflamed. There's a reason for that. Yeah, you can have stress for sure. We all have stress, and that's not going away. But the truth be told is if your blood sugar's out of balance, your stress management is out the window, and you're going to suffer. So when blood sugar's stable, inflammation is lower. When blood sugar's stable, your clarity comes back, and then healing journey begins. This is healing at the cellular level. This is exciting. So guys, learn how to fix the root cause. If you get your health back on track, it will pay you dividends. Your family will love you. You will love life. It will be a great experience. Yes, bad things can happen to good people. I understand. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about things you can control. If you are tired of crashing every afternoon, if you're tired of fighting cravings and symptoms, if you're feeling inflamed, exhausted, and overwhelmed, it's time to address the root cause. Join our master's class. It's designed to help you thrive, live better, be better, stay better, one bite at a time. Your energy is not gone. It's being stolen. And you can get better. You can get healthier. Restore balance. Take your phone out, click on the link, and come and check out our classes and get involved in our communities. I'm telling you, you're never going to miss a beat, and you're in for a treat when you're hanging out with the Chapa. Yes, of course, because I'm practicing this stuff. I'm living alongside with you guys. So if you enjoyed tonight, I pray that you did. And I'm excited that you would leave a comment below, that you would share this message with your friend, family, and loved ones. And if you would leave us a review, tell us what you want to hear. And be a positive member of our community, because we grow together. One of my favorite Bible verses, Hebrews 10:24, says, "Let us stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, which is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching." So please understand, this is your life, your health, your choice. You are choosing to be on this call tonight. I'm excited for you. So take your phone out, scan that QR code, share this message, get enrolled in our Design to Thrive program. And guys, take the bull by the horns. It's your life, your health, your choice. I'm proud of you. I'm excited to be on the wellness journey with you. And I can't wait to see where we land in the next quarter. We are at the end of one quarter going into the next, and I hope that you're looking forward to yet another great, big, beautiful tomorrow. God bless you. Dr. Chapa loves you.